a player you're kind of most excited by after the first week, like a player that really pleasantly surprised you, and then a player or team that just disappointed you?
Player that surprised me, Kevin Durant.
Really?
And the only reason he surprised me is like how well he's doing because he's over 30. You're not supposed to like come back from Achilles like that.
Especially a guy that tall.
Yeah. And he's playing like not I'm not gonna say he's full KD yet, but he's playing like he's like 90% there in my
Oh, you know, he
yeah.
he definitely looks like his old self.
Yeah,
He
I
definitely
wouldn't go
looks
that
like.
far. Yeah, he's still working on it. It looks like for me.
Well, yeah,
Um,
but what I mean is like you're seeing a lot of
yeah,
flashes and like sequences that look like him. Like the way he opened the season even
yeah,
against the Warriors. That first spell of him on the court, he hit multiple shots, had a nice fadeaway from the short corner against Golden State as well. I think it was against Oubre. Um, Defensively, maybe there's a bit more for him to work on, but I saw him clamp Tatum pretty well in a couple of possessions. He's getting there.
and most surprising team. I'm gonna switch it up a bit. I'm gonna say the Nets. You know,
The Nets,
yeah. And
okay.
by switch it up, I mean a team that KD is on. So let's just keep it in the ballpark. Uh, I'm surprised Kyrie and KD are like they look like they're gelling in 1 week.
Yeah, they're drilling very well. I'm
Yeah,
I'm surprised by that as well, actually.
and we said, and I think everyone can agree, if Kyrie didn't accept his role as a number two, they wouldn't work. It looks like he
Yeah,
has. And that
absolutely,
is
or at
why they
least
are working.
yeah. And you saw like even the loss the Nets had last night to the
Yeah,
Hornets. Durant took the last shot, and I
yeah.
think that something as simple as that, where they know who is the guy they want to target on the last possession, and they're all accepting it as a team. I think that works. Steve Nash has proven it. I don't know if he's a good X and O's coach, but he certainly is a good like personnel manager because Kyrie loves him, and Kyrie doesn't love too many coaches. Kyrie doesn't love too many front office staff members. So I'm with you. I think the Nets have pleasantly surprised me. I thought there'd be more kinks to work out early. Yes, they lost to the Hornets last night, so we can't forget about that. But they beat the Warriors, blew them out. They beat the Celtics pretty comfortably. They looked impressive. So I'll say that. For me, the player I've been most pleasantly surprised by, outside of maybe Colin Sexton, who's just taken another step, and
Mm,
Trae Young even, who's taken a big step. Um, I was thinking about this, and I actually thought Domantas Sabonis, like
good one.
he
Yeah.
he was one of the players of the week this week, and we knew what he could do. But if he can do this consistently, average basically a double double and shoot pretty well all over the court. I think he shot over 55% or something from the field. That Pacers team could be sneaky decent.
Hmm.
So now there's always been questions about the Sabonis Turner fit. Sabonis has clearly showed recently that he's maybe the guy for them going forward over Turner. But I was pleasantly surprised by Sabonis. And of course, now the Pacers with a 3-0 start. I like it.
Yeah. Okay, Sam. What team are you disappointed by?
Disappointed by?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, I can answer this for you. The
yeah.
Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
Oh, every year for you. It's so disappointing.
We don't even have to go into that. I expected us to not be good, especially after the
Wow.
Hawks blew us out by like 30 on opening night.
Yeah, wow, that's crazy. And then that buzzer beater against the Warriors. Oof. That
You
must
know,
be tough.
okay, there's two teams besides the Bulls. So for one,
Yeah,
the Denver Nuggets,
sure.
they start 0-2. They lose to the Clippers comfortably. That's whatever. But their first game, they lost to the Kings on a putback, a team that's actually been decent. Uh, but also the Washington Wizards. Wizards were supposed to be at least a play-in tournament competitor, and they have not looked the part. The man, the myth, the legend, and Sam Goldfarb's favorite player to slander on the gold mine, Russell Westbrook, is looking like an absolute brick when he takes a jump shot. He hasn't shot well in any of the 3 games. He's gotten a triple double in pretty much all of them. But again, these are empty stats for me. If you're not empty, but you're not winning game. It's shown it's not enough to win. I've talked about how I think Russ is a number 2 player if he can accept that role. I think it's very similar to Kyrie in that sense. But I mean, you can talk about all the positives about how hard he plays and how hard he practices, and I appreciate that. But when you can't make a jump shot from outside 20 feet consistently as a point guard and as like the man, you're gonna have problems. Washington hasn't clicked as a result, has lost some games against teams maybe you expect them to beat. So, but again, I'm not going to be too hard on them because it's a new star player, a bunch of new pieces all coming together. And also, this Washington team wasn't expected to be like a top 4 seed, anyways.
Oh, hey, if you like watching this video, then watch the last video right here. And if you like the video, then subscribe by clicking this button right here.